My brother called me a weakling and stole my girlfriend, so I systematically destroyed both their lives. I should have seen this coming. All those times Sienna's phone would light up and she'd flip it over. The way she'd laugh too hard at my brother's jokes during family dinners. The sudden interest in my work schedule. I've been with Sienna for 18 months. Known my brother Damien my whole life. Never thought I'd be typing this from a Motel 6 at 3 in the morning with half my belongings in trash bags. Some background. I'm Parker, 28. My brother Damien, 32, has always been the golden child. Tall, built, sales job with company car, and that annoying confidence that makes people either worship him or want to punch him. Sienna and I met at my buddy's New Year's party last year. She's the kind of pretty that made me double check my reflection before every date. Smart too. Marketing degree. Always on Instagram with perfect captions. Last Thursday was normal until my morning shift at the factory ended early because of equipment problems. I texted Sienna I'd be home by 4 instead of 7. No response, but whatever. Got home at 3:52 and heard voices from our bedroom. Thought maybe she was on a call. Then I heard Damien's laugh. That same laugh from when we were kids and he'd steal my stuff. I stood in the hallway like an idiot just listening. Parker's never going to get anywhere. He's been at the same place for 5 years. No ambition, no spine. That was Damien in my apartment talking about me. I know it's getting old. He's sweet, but Sienna's voice trailed off. Sweet is for desserts, not men. You need someone who can actually take care of you. Someone who knows what they're doing in life. In bed. I should have kicked down the door right then. Instead, I just pushed it open. Wasn't even locked. Damien was sitting on our bed, not touching her or anything dramatic, but worse somehow. They were just talking, completely comfortable. Sienna's legs crossed, leaning toward him. My brother's arm stretched across the headboard like he owned the place. They both looked up. No guilt on either face, just annoyance at being interrupted. The hell is this? My voice came out higher than I wanted. Damien smiled that smile from when we were kids. Hey little bro, thought you were working late. Equipment failure. Why are you in my bedroom? Sienna sighed like I was a child interrupting adult conversation. We were just talking, Parker, about me, about how I have no spine. That's when Damien stood up, 4 inches taller than me, always has been. Look, someone needed to tell her the truth. You've been dragging her down. She deserves better. Better like you. You're engaged, remember? To Melanie? He laughed actually. Melanie understands how things work. We have an arrangement. Sienna stood up too, arms crossed. Parker, this isn't working. Hasn't been for months. I looked at her. Really looked. So you discussed this with my brother instead of me? Because he actually listens. She threw her hands up. He understands what a woman needs. Damien walked toward me, put his hand on my shoulder. I wanted to break his fingers. Parker, you've always been like this. Comfortable with mediocrity, content with scraps. It's in your DNA, man. You're a weakling. Always have been. I shoved his hand off. Get out of my apartment, Sienna laughed. This is my apartment too, and actually, I think you should be the one to leave. My brain couldn't process what was happening. What? We're done, Parker. I'm not wasting any more time with someone who's going nowhere. I looked from her to Damien. Are you two? Damien shrugged with that half smile I've hated since we were kids. She needs a real man. I'm just pointing out the obvious. Something in me snapped. Not in the way where I threw punches. That's what he wanted. Something colder, clearer. I saw them both perfectly for the first time. How long? Sienna rolled her eyes. Nothing's happened yet, but Damien's right. You're never going to change. I started grabbing things. My laptop, some clothes, photos of my parents. The whole time they just watched, occasionally whispering to each other, occasionally laughing. When my arms were full, Sienna tossed trash bags at me. Use these for the rest. I want your stuff gone by tomorrow. As I reached the door, Damien called out, hey, no hard feelings, right, bro? You'll find someone more your speed. Next morning, I found my old iPad in one of the bags, still logged into my iCloud account that Sienna's phone backed up to. Turns out nothing's happened yet. It was a massive lie. They'd been texting for months. The worst part wasn't even about her. The messages made it clear Damien saw this as just another victory over me. I spent 48 hours organizing screenshots and information, creating backups of everything. Made contact with Melanie first, showed her the texts over coffee. Her face went through every stage of realization. Asked if Damien had done this before. I told her about Jessica from college, about our cousin's friend, about his ex who mysteriously became interested in his roommate. Pattern established. Next came Uncle Edwin, who'd always seen Damien as the son he never had. I met him at his country club, steered the conversation to Damien's upcoming promotion, mentioned hearing rumors about how he secured accounts, pulled up screenshots of him bragging about taking credit for others' work. Seeds planted. By Monday, Edwin was questioning Damien's accounts. By Wednesday, Melanie had called off their engagement. By Friday, the promotion was officially on hold. The aftermath came swift and brutal. 21 missed calls, desperate texts from both of them. Sienna begging, claiming Damien had lied to her about everything, that she'd made a terrible mistake. Too little, too late. Mom called saying Damien had shown up drunk. Dad had to drive him home. Uncle Edwin put him on probation at work after discovering systematic credit taking and resource misuse. Melanie returned my watch, the one I'd given Damien for his 30th birthday, said she wanted me to have it back. Even Sienna's roommate reached out, explaining how Damien had ghosted Sienna immediately after I left. Told her it was just a game to prove he could take her from me. For the first time in my life, I don't feel like the lesser brother. Don't feel like the weakling. Turns out the strongest people aren't the ones who take whatever they want. They're the ones who know exactly when to stop giving.